点一份这个剁椒蹄花，再点一个这个辣子生鲍鱼，然后再点一个那个酱爆瓜瓜，然后要一个水煮肉片，再点一个这个泡椒牛肝菌。
The materialistic sister came to a blind date, specifically asking to meet a young and promising handsome director. After meeting him, she exclaimed that he was so handsome and that she really liked him. At the restaurant, the young man offered to treat her to a meal, and the materialistic sister got excited and started ordering nonstop, ordering 5 or 6 meat dishes for just the two of them, which left the male guest dumbfounded. It seems today is another eye-opening day. The female guest on this blind date is absolutely the most materialistic woman I have ever seen, and there is no one who surpasses her. But to be fair, the girl's figure is still quite good, and from her outfit, she is definitely a proper urban beauty.
我的兴趣爱好是唱歌跳舞，我特别喜欢时尚，特别喜欢逛街。虽然我是学会计的，但我这个人是非常活泼的。我对美的东西一切都非常的向往。我希望我的另一半也是一个追求时尚、追求美丽的一个。我希望他有很强的事业心，我也会全力的帮助他的。
What do you think? Do you think I am fashionable and beautiful enough? The materialistic sister came today, targeting a wealthy, handsome young man. To say the least, this young man is indeed promising. Although he is only 26 years old, he is already the director of a clothing design company with a monthly income of 20,000 yuan. He bought a nice car early on, and he is also young and handsome. The materialistic sister was deeply attracted to him and said that this time, she must take this handsome guy home. After meeting him in person, the materialistic sister couldn't help but express her liking.
本人比电视上看起来还更帅。
There's nothing more to say, just handsome. The young man also gave the materialistic sister a high score.
我觉得他的形象一般，但他的服装搭配得很好，身材也不错。
The young man thinks that today's blind date girl, although she has some flaws, is overall quite good. After all, no one is perfect. Judging from the current situation, today's blind date has been more than half successful. If there are no unexpected issues, they could become a couple by the end of the day. The two of them got along harmoniously at first, but during lunch, our materialistic sister started causing trouble.
点一份这个剁椒蹄花，再点一个这个辣子生鲍鱼，然后再点一个那个酱爆瓜瓜，然后要一个水煮肉片，再点一个这个泡椒牛肝菌。
The materialistic sister got excited and grabbed the menu, ordering dishes one after another, leaving the young man stunned. Seeing that the girl had no intention of stopping, the matchmaker had to persuade her gently.
慢一点，妹妹，你们2个人吃这么多吃得完吗？太浪费了吧！而且感觉都是点的那个很辣的、很大份的东西，要不要1-2个出来，然后你们2个吃够了就行了。
The materialistic sister thought for a moment and agreed that the matchmaker's words made some sense. But logic aside, I just won't accept it. I'm gonna order a lot of dishes anyway.
没得啥子啊，吃得完了，2个多人。
Oh no！ 没什么，你自己喜欢吃什么就点吧。
再来一个南瓜绿豆汤。
And so, under the young man's tolerance and indulgence, the materialistic sister ordered a whole table full of spicy dishes. I didn't count exactly how many, but it looked like there were at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dishes. But our materialistic sister said that it wasn't her intention to order so much. After all, she is a considerate person. She just couldn't let the young man go hungry, right?
点的菜都是比较多的，然后我就是怕别人不吃嘛，所以说多点一点。
Look at how thoughtful this girl is. Although she says it's for others, the young man didn't even touch the menu. So besides being considerate, this girl definitely has a strong sense of independence. At this point, the young man thought to himself, since she ordered so much food, it must be dishes she likes to eat. So, he encouraged her to eat more. To his surprise, the materialistic sister wasn't happy about that.
我不吃，海椒太多了，又有点肥了。
你平时很喜欢吃辣椒吗？一桌都是辣椒，汤都是海椒、辣椒做的。
我不是很喜欢吃海椒，因为我觉得重庆人都比较喜欢吃海椒噻。我点了不代表我要吃噻。
Wow. So you ordered them just for the aesthetics? I've seen people being capricious, but not this much. This move from the materialistic sister really left the young man speechless. In the end, the materialistic sister only ate a few vegetables before putting down her chopsticks. To avoid wasting food, the young man started eating furiously. At this point, the young man was probably feeling very uncomfortable inside, right?
因为他有点不听别人的建议，有点太自我了。他全部点些辣的，然后点了那么多也不吃。
But that's not all. What happened next made the young man want to leave immediately. When he mentioned that after getting married, he might live with his parents, the materialistic sister became skeptical.
那你父母住在一起，那以后那个房子那个小，住得下呀？
如果将来和父母住在一起，然后将来又有了孩子，这么多人需要多大的房子才住得下？你认为？
现在有啷个说嘛？至少要200个平方才住得下5-6个人噻。
200多个平方，按照重庆的这个房价1万多个一个平，然后要200多万，难度可能相对来说有点大。
现在买不起那么大的房子，就应该不要跟父母住在一起噻。
Wow, that's impressive. Asking for a 200 square meter house right away, and parents can't live together when they get old. What should the only child do? Obviously, the materialistic woman's words made the devoted young man unable to accept it, and all the goodwill he had for her was completely wiped out. At this point, the young man felt there was no need to continue the conversation.
我今天有点忙，工作上的事还没完成，我们早点结束。
It's obvious to anyone that the young man is clearly making excuses to leave, but our materialistic woman just can't seem to tell.
下午反正没有事，可以跟你一起去看一下吗？
单位上的人可能有点多，也不方便，改天给你打电话吧。
反正没有事，一起去看一下嘛。
The young man was completely defeated. I made it so obvious, and you still don't understand? The young man had no choice but to reluctantly take the materialistic woman to his workplace. Before even entering, our materialistic woman was already exclaiming.
哇，这边工作环境好时尚啊！哇，好舒服啊，看起来。哇，那些衣服好好看哦，我平时都喜欢逛街，而且那些衣服我也比较喜欢搭配。
After a round of praise, the materialistic woman couldn't stop trying on clothes, as if she wanted to try on every piece. Now she was just waiting for the young man to say, "Go ahead and try?" But no matter what the materialistic woman said, the young man remained silent.
先在这里坐一下，我上去还有点事。
The young man's attitude was quite clear, but the materialistic woman was not an ordinary person. During the half hour the young man was upstairs working, she picked out the most expensive qipao and put it on. It looked stunning and caught the young man's eye.
我看你挺合适穿旗袍的，你穿起来是瘦了一点，但是穿旗袍应该需要丰满一点。你应该吃胖一点，今天吃饭的时候也吃那么少。
The materialistic woman heard the first part, but completely ignored the second part. She was increasingly satisfied and fond of the dress. But what happened next left the young man stunned.
美女，你那件衣服的那个内部价是好多？
哦，这件定做的话是3880的。
你的裤子上，你那个衣服的那个内部价是好多吗？你那衣服恁个多，你拿一件便宜的送给我嘛，送给我嘛，送给我嘛。
这个店又是我开的。
This time, the young man was completely speechless, asking him to give away a 3,880 yuan qipao on the first date. The young man realized that this materialistic woman was all about material things and money.
衣服也不是我自己的，他就要我送他衣服这么贵，我感觉他非常的失礼。
Seeing that the young man clearly did not want to talk to her, the materialistic woman finally felt embarrassed and quickly tried to find a way out.
你开玩笑的呀？我去换回来了。
If you know how to joke, as long as the joke is well played, you can get a 3,880 yuan qipao. At this point, one of the young man's colleagues, who couldn't stand seeing the young man being taken advantage of, quickly stepped in to advise him.
我跟你说，我觉得那个女娃儿不是没得上铺那个女娃儿好给，我觉得她相对来说有点势力，你觉得呀？
我也觉得，
你也觉得？
对。
我也觉得有一点点。
Fortunately, the young man was wise and was not fooled by the materialistic woman. In the end, when it came to mutual selection, the materialistic woman was clearly unhappy. Unsurprisingly, the two did not end up holding hands. The young man's reason was simple. He felt the girl was too materialistic. The girl's reason was also not complicated. She thought the young man was too stingy.
我们表示他也太小气了吧。
If you want to blame someone, blame the young man for being too stingy. With just 3,880 yuan, the materialistic woman could have been won over. Thinking about it, the materialistic woman was actually quite cheap. What do you think?